Department of Power Nagaland ba initiate kurina aji July 2019 POM Students Union Konyak Students Union aro au kaga chair mungdang laga President Khan logot ekta stakeholders meeting Hotel Saramati ba alushe stakeholders meet day 186 MV Tico Hydroelectric Project upor charcha kurishe meeting khotom hoigina tinta union laga president ba media logot kota gura samai janaishi ki itu project Nagas in general aro tourism karne bishi beneficial hobo gushe itu upore Department of Power Nagaland Business Association of Nagaland aro Longleng Mon and Mokokchong laga Chamber of Industries kan prabi Tico Hydroelectric Project upor ekta meeting lushe janibole parishi ki itu project karne deadline to March 25 2025 ase aro project to deadline digina thakade bananai koile don Nagas in general karne bishi loss hubo IB to hydro project upper statement digina thaka khan saisabo.
About today's meeting, it was convened by the Department of Power Nagaland regarding the 186 megawatt Tico hydroelectric project, which is in Mokokchong, which comprises of Mokokchong, Longleng and Mon district. Actually, this was the first meeting initiated by the department with the 3 student unit. We are also new regarding this project, but we what to say, we have learned a lot today, and I think my colleagues, my counterparts can supplement.
Yes, this is our first meeting with the Department of Power, Government of Nagaland. They have invited us and they have highlighted all the so many things, so many upcoming projects that they are bringing with that Tico hydro project. And yeah, it was a great opportunity to attend this program.
I think this project will be very beneficial, not only to the affected villages, but to all the 3 districts, because what we have seen in the Doyang Hydro project, we have seen great development in that area, in that impacted area, and we have seen great rise of entrepreneurship, and also the Lothas, they are doing great business in tourism, and we have seen business flourishing in the district. So if this Tico hydro project it is coming to place, then it will be a great benefit for entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs and upcoming entrepreneurs of the 3 districts.
Yes, comparing to this Tico hydro project is even more than 2 times larger than the Tico hydro project. So I believe this will not only benefit the landowner or the affected villages, but to all the 3 districts as well as even the other district as well.
See, regarding the tourism, Nagaland have seen influx of local tourists. Local tourists means Indians and also tourists from abroad, and we have seen few districts benefiting from all these tourists. So if this project come into place, then districts like Mokokchong, Longleng and Mon can also be benefited, because for us Agidi coalition na Doyang hydro project in Nagamano sob kani ekta leisure place ekta ho jaise aru tahan busti khan aru kun kiba kori ase tahan do beshi beneficial. And in the first place, I was told that even the villages impacted by the Doyang hydro project, they were apprehensive, reluctant, but I was told that at the moment they are asking for more projects, similar projects in their areas. So at the moment we have also few villages very apprehensive of this said project, and if we can convince or if we can clear the apprehensions, doubts, then this project will be very beneficial for tourism industries. Regarding this project, since we are also new, I was apprised, but the department highlighted about the various projects, the road connectivity and the recent bridges which will be submerged if this project come into place. It will also be replaced by new bridges, and all the affected villages or affected areas of the three districts, it will be connected by new roads. That's how we were told by the department. And like I said, we really wish that this project come into place and development in those far-flung areas, local villages, will also be benefited.
Actually, this project, I think it started year back. This is not a new project, but the department has called up only today, and we are having a G meeting, let's say, and we come to know that this project is benefit in our partners. And then moreover, when it comes to the issue related to the education system or something like student activities, we can clarify it or we can take any decision. But regarding this water geographical, I mean like water and land, we have a travel apex body, that is our Phom People Council. So whatever decisions they made, we'll follow according to them. That's all.
I want to make an appeal to the two villages since they are very apprehensive. Nagamis right. This is my appeal to the Kangching and Niang village. Takan ini itu project karni olop apprehensive nga hunise amikan aji aina. Aro takan maybe they have some misconceptions. Itu karni itu project to nagamanu sob karni beneficial ase most amikan tinda district karni Mokokchung, Longleng aro Mon karni. Aro kondishna takan newspaper de amikan dikhi paise ge 50% of the land will be submerged niga takan itu kan kunba apprehensive kona likha bi paise. Only as per the department takan koi ase ki iman tak effect no ho aru itu impact iniga ekta ho bole ase bole survey do kurubu dibi survey do kura bishide itu iniga impact ase bole do why take up the project na itu amikan local population aru human existence karni itu project to problem ho bole ase bole do department rabi no do bole itia without any survey amikan iniga apprehensive for do itu amikan sob karni phal noi itu karne request kuri ase villagers kan sob ki itu project to at least takan bi itu survey kurubu dibi itu bishide itu laga findings hisab te amikan bi department ra itu go forward kurugna no kurubo dade mon actual data ai jabo itu technical issues kan itu ki ase amikan sob jani jabo aru kon nishina mon Nagaland do age jabo garne kunbra brado sacrifices kurubo lagi amikan sob kunbra amikan Naga nation garne amikan puila amikan forefathers aru Naga freedom fighters kan bra struggle gurna ase itu nishina amikan Nagaland development garne land owners kan bra mati do amikan sob garne do iniga contribute kurana gole do amikan age gidia bi nejabo amikan tribal areas te kili development projects kan iman theri problem olai amikan mati issue kane land owners pra mati kani olop iniga problem bishi thaga kane age jawa na pare itu ra Naga manu sob kane itu Kangching village pra aru Niang village pra itu Naga manu kane sacrifice kore ase amikan aru government bra our department bra koi ase land kiman jai ase farm land aru kiki development activities kun the impact hobo fairly compensate kurbo inia aji department ba kwa amikan jani paise to mati holibi ki holibi to free ba dibuli নহয় government bra fairly compensate kuri dibu inia aji jani paise itu nishina amikan la mati kiman da impact hoboli aji itu project kani nohina itu Naga manu garne aru Naga manu garne development gani diye itu laga understanding garne amikan aru itu iniga itu project to duita village kani age jabo paranai gole do amikan history will not be kind to us na duita village kani itu amikan Nagaland itu development rukhi jaise go do itu amikan sabe do kiman afsos kota aru iniga development projects ani gole years and years kheta ba jite amikan anibo pare aru Nagaland government de iman resources nai ge aji yede recheck hoise kali dade bonabo iniga la kota amikan iman resources na amingan sop pa jani ase to iniga opportunity adam di amingan sop pra landowners ki man ase to not only about Longling moon bra bi hobi mohok chung bra bi hobi NOC di se itu bichi de agree gurisu gori do MOU signing hobo iniga time de compensation la issue ki bishi aibo government ra fairly compensate kurubo guche amikan itu project age jabole ekta privilege to dibo lage department give ekta chance dibo lage tangi do survey kurubole ekbar opportunity dibo na survey de thik khona goli do amikan form student council Kongyak student union house student conference amikan bra ido safety nai itu rukhabi ko do amikan bra only without any survey amikan assumptions pra aru hearsay bra amikan itu project iman bhal rukhai dili itu amikan tinda district kani noina Nagaland naga iman tamor problem de amikan power dependent state ekta nishina de itu bishi duk ase itu kani itu hi appeal ase bhabi sabo lage aru ekta at least survey kani chance dibo lage aru itu project to age jabole amikan bi tahan bi ekta second thought thagile naga manu sob kani phal itu Longling gani noe itu mogokchong gani noe itu mon gani noe lebi naga manu gani amikan bi ki grow itu amikan la busti rabi kiman tak itu mati sacrifice kuro baru itu ekta bhavna borile beshi bhavna itu request ekta janai di ase thank you.
This, as we were saying, it has been taking different shapes and sizes. The first DICU project proposal was during the 90s with 120 megawatt by CWC, and later on, early 2000s or so, it got changed to 140 megawatt by NIPCO, which was not accepted by the power department. And finally, this present one, the MOU was signed in 2009. So since that 2009, it's now the 15th year. We had two sessions. The first session with the three apex student bodies of the three project area districts, that is Longling, Mon, and Mokokchung. So from Longling, we had the Home Students Conference. From Mon, we had the Kongyak Students Union, and Mokokchung, we had the House Students Conference, and along with that, some of the subunits like Langbangkong Students Conference, Wokching Area Students Conference, like that. Then the second session was with the Business Association of Nagas, PAN, along with the District Chamber of Commerce and Industry from Longling, Mon, and Mokokchung. So the gist of it was that as this project had been stalled for the last 14-15 years, every time that we discuss with any person who would be, needed to be discussed with, the constant refrain or the constant feedback we would get was department needs to engage more. Department needs to discuss more. So we've been doing it for the last 15 years, but still then, that was always been told to us. So we've been holding meetings with the village councils, with individuals, with the discussions with district administration, and even as recently as last year, there was a consultative committee comprised of members from all the 15 villages of the project area. And also we've been engaged with the apex tribal bodies of these three tribes. So we've been doing as much as we could as far as the dissemination of information was concerned. We have printed the booklets and pamphlets, we have produced videos, and this has been shared very widely across different platforms in the social media. But still then, people wanted more and more exposures and meetings. So we decided, okay, the students, this project is for the future, for the youth, the economy. So we thought we'll engage with the students. We're so happy that they all came, and then we had a very positive interaction today. And then they said that
They will go back and discuss with the stakeholders in their villages and try to present the factual position. Thereafter, the economy, the business been one of the affected because of shortage of power supply. Then we had the business association and the three chambers of commerce. So we also had a very good interaction, and they also have said that they are fully in support of it, and they will also try to work out their own action plan to, help sensitize and spread awareness for the project. And this is particularly critical because time is of essence. Unless we can get this project off the ground within the next few months, our deadline is March 2025 as given by the central government of India. And if these issues can be resolved by that time, I think it will face foreclosure. As unfortunate as it would be, that would be the situation that we'll be faced with.
Yeah, this we were talking about the agreement that was signed in 2009 between government of Nagaland and a private company called Mrs. Manu Energy Systems. So in the agreement, it is on 76-24 equity ratio, where 76% of the investment would be by the company and 24% would be by the state, to the state. So that would be the funding matter.
And what would be and what is the nature of the profit sharing or revenue sharing, if at all, it sees fruition?
It will it'll be on that investment. It'll be based on the investment that has been put.
So it will be more or less like what the deal we have with the NIPCO in the case of the DoPN.
No, this NEPCO, it's a project which was constructed on purely a very different model. So that is a CPSU, Central Power Sector Undertaking, Government of India, and where all the northeastern states have share of power from the project. So we also have our share from Doyang, which is about 6%, I think. And but this project is going to be not on that model. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be on a joint venture by the government of Nagaland, which will have its share and its say on the project, and the private company.
And where does the government of India come in? At what point? You're saying it will be the private firm which will be funding or investing 76% of the government cost, right? Estimated cost. What role would the central government play here? Will it fund a portion of it?
Regarding this, it is a purely private enterprise kind of a thing, where the state government also has a stake, the 24%. So central government funding as such is not envisaged.
So that means they'll build it and they'll run it, and you'll share the revenue.
Exactly, yeah, 76-24.
And what is the estimated area it's going to inundate, the total area of land? I believe that's where the problem lies.
About 2,000 hectares, slightly above that, but just say about 2,000 hectares. And these are largely gorges, and earlier these were just Zoom lands, and very little of it are actually commercial lanes. So I think the fear of resettlement or removing their livelihoods, actually it's quite minuscule.
So will it touch any village, or will it purely, I believe, also cover, say, battlefields?
It will not touch any village per se, if you mean the village boundaries.
Inhabited?
Absolutely not. Not a single village in terms of habitation, not a single extension, not a single plot will be affected like that. And in fact, the submergence is just by the riverbank side. At the most, where there's a steep gorge, it'll be maybe some 70, 80 meters or 100 meters from the existing river flow level. And where the land is a little bit more plain, it'll be maybe some 300 meters. And the villages are situated some 2-3 kilometers above this. So the fears are totally unfounded, and the rehabilitation and resettlement issues actually are not there at all, because none of the habitations are been affected.
Paddy fields. Some,
And
some?
yeah,
By some, do you have a number?
Oh yes, we have in our survey report. I don't know, I don't remember exactly the area, but it is minimum. Some paddy
If you are
fields.
to, elevate or ease people's fears about, the area of land that is going to impact, I think you need some solid facts, solid numbers.
now see on that battlefields, there are battlefields on 2 villages, Niang and Kangjing. So these are the 2 villages which has some battlefields that are likely to be touched.
So the
Now, how many hectares of paddy fields, we are not exactly sure, because they have not allowed to do the actual survey. But from our Google Map studies, we have seen that will be, it's not much, maybe some 20, 25 families are dependent, are doing the thing, and then these are just small fields which may not be sufficient for the year-round food from the produce of this. So maybe some 20, 25 families are doing the paddy field in one village, and maybe another 20, 25 in the other. So it's not.
We just to add to that, just a correction from what I said before. Since actual survey could not be conducted, it is just from the Google map simulation only we have arrived at some areas, as our earlier speaker has mentioned. Now the demand of Nagaland, peak demand of Nagaland is 180 megawatts. And the crew has the potential of producing 186 megawatts during peak monsoon. So from there we can correlate the potential of the project.
But going by the agreement, I don't think we'll get the big output of the project.
As far as electricity is concerned, the state will get the first say in 100% of the energy generated.
Okay, one more thing.
Yeah, on that, let me just further supplement. The installed capacity is 186 megawatt, fine. So we're not going to get that all the time. So during summer, maybe about 3-4 months, we may get that full capacity, 180 or even 185. But during winter, 5-6 months, we'll be getting only 40 to 50 megawatt. That's the firm power. So any hydropower, they will get only 1/3 of the capacity during winter, and that's for almost any hydro.
Okay, of course, there will be, it will be, once it's done, let's assume the lake that's formed, it will turn into a fishing industry.
Correct.
Okay, so who will have access or rights to that?
All the project area villages.
There will be no royalty, no tax
No.
to fish there.
No, it is their river, it is their land, it is their fish.
So again, one more thing. I just want one last question from my side. In projects of this magnitude, there's always the environmental factor, right? Not only the displacement, but also the flora and fauna that's going to be affected. Do you have the green signal from the environmental or green driving?
I see that one. We will draft EIA, Environmental Impact Assessment. The report is under preparation. Then, under that one, all these issues will be reported, and there will be public hearings. And in the public hearings, what kind of land, what size, which village owner, and what kind of plantation, paddy fields or plantation or crop, all these things will be classified, and then including the land compensation cost. And after that, only whatever environmental effects, if any, what are the steps to mitigate that will have to be specified. And only after doing that, it will be submitted to the Ministry of Environment and Forests, and only after they are satisfied with the mitigation, they'll give the clearance for the project. Now, that's one part. After having said that, personally, I would argue that the coal-based thermal power generation is much more environmentally undesirable. But because of lack of electricity, there's a lot of coal-based power generation that is going on. Then not only coal, but even fuel-based, oil, all this power-based generation, including nuclear, are not desirable, but because of the necessity of electricity, people are doing it, and relatively, hydroelectricity is one of the cleanest energy and renewable. And we talk about solar, wind, fine, but solar means what? Nighttime comes, it's zero, and it's very expensive to store. Wind, Nagaland doesn't have much potential for wind. So our best chance is this hydropower, and we have limited sites, limited potential only, so it has to be tapped. And once this project is done, far from it being environmentally negative, it's going to be positive. Positive in the sense it's going to recharge the land, dry land areas. Flora and fauna which are getting dried out because of June cultivation will be revived. Reforestation can be done. And then we have seen with Doyang, after the water body was done, these are more falcon which we never imagined came flying. So there will be positive impacts of this, and then the marine life, the fishes. There will be fish ladders where the fish population will not be affected. The breeding will not be affected. So the only concern earlier was the fish, because we are putting in a physical dam, but there will be safeguards for the fishes also. And as far as the other flora and fauna is concerned, far from negatively impacting it, I feel it will recharge that area.
I said one last question, but I have one more. What is the estimated cost? What will be the estimated cost of the current rate?
The estimated cost is about 1,900 crores.
And 74% of this will be funded and invested by the firm, or 76%?
76.
It's not simply like that. It's the financial structure is a little bit more complicated than that. Suppose it is that 1,900 crores. So this 1,900 crores, how much of it will be put in cash? That will be called equity by the developer, including the state government. But obviously, since no one has that amount of cash, it has to be pulled in through financial institutions. And that's what we're talking about, the FDI. So now, if 1,900 is the total project cost, how much of it will be put in as equity by the developer, and how much of it will be taken on loan? Debt equity ratio. So that is still subject to finalization, because financial closure has not been done. So whether out of that 1,900, whether 80% of that you'll take on loan, or 70% or 60%, so that's still very fluid.
And if there's, if a settlement is not arrived by March, the project will be foreclosed. So, will the state government or power department, find other developers? Trying to find other developers?
No. It's not like that. After March 2025, this issue will go outside the hands of the state government. It'll be beyond the control of the state. And so beyond the control in the sense the state will no longer have the option to give it to any other company. No. Because the MOU is there. And that one, the state government is unlikely to cancel it because the company has done nothing wrong. The delay is not because of the company, it is because of our own people's refusal or unwillingness. So I don't see the government canceling the contract, and I don't see the company just allowing it to be withdrawn. So if it gets lapsed in March, then the extension of the TEC may not be given. Department also will find it difficult to apply even for the extension, and without that, no new company or no new developer can come in.
By TEC, what?
Techno-economic clearance. Yeah. So without that, there will be no financial closure, no investors can come, no banks will lend, and with this agreement already with this present company developer, a third party cannot come without their agreement. So the issues, unless it is solved now, even with a new party, the issue still remains, right? The land issues, submergence, or the local issues. It's not the issue created by the developer, but those are internal within us. So even if you change X number of developers, the issue, if it's still there, it cannot move forward.
So what is the outlook of the department? I mean, I think it all boils down to the land. And I believe 2 villages are in refusal. So how forthcoming are they? Is it, I mean, do they want higher compensation, or I mean, they are actually concerned about the environmental impact? I believe the department has already worked on this.
We are not very sure of what their real requirement is, but it is not certainly not compensation. Maybe it is to do with the traditional land holding system that we have and the mindset that is very ingrained in us.
Emporium Nagaland is India's premier aviation, hospitality and cruise line training and international job placement consultancy. Trained and blessed over 20,000 youths from Nagaland in prestigious international brands. The only institute in Nagaland that hosts top airlines, cruise and 5-star hotel campus interviews. The first institute to conduct international cruise campus interview in Northeast. We are open to students of class 10 and above. Emporium provides 100% placement assistance, empowering educated unemployed youths with global opportunities.